For some odd reason. Black Market, play multiplayer, blackouts, earn cheers, progress, and unlock unique rewards. Contraband here, complete in the Black Market. Contraband rewards include signature weapons, outfits, tags, stickers, and calling cards. New items will be introduced in the Black Market from time to time, so come back daily and weekly to check out for new items. Alright, so literally just a couple of seconds ago before the game, or before I started a game, some games, what's it called? You weren't getting XP, so apparently you get XP now, so, yeah.
The warden is locking us down in prison, and this is supposed to repeat our thousands and thousands and thousands of years stuck in this purgatory.
So, yeah, you might hear a video in the background because I'm watching the Mob of the Dead complaint.
This is important.
Explain to me.
Monty wants to stay in control. During this sequence, when we're inside the jail cells, Rick Toffin actually discusses in one of his many quotes that we'll play that they are always stuck here, that they always end up here. And he asked MC, what would you do, if you were in my position? What's important about this is Rick Toffin knows they're going to end up here, and he continues to do this over and over. If you remember the comic books, he opens a canorium, and it says to the Victor's crew, I die in every universe. But he's trying to avoid that. And because Rick Toffin's trying to avoid every universe, all these maps keep happening over and over again. This happens with a lot of symbolism as the game goes on, which is really, really wonderful to see. Like Rick Toffin's a representative of us, the players that don't want to move on, that want to hold on to their lives or hold on to this game as long as possible. We can't dare to let go of Rick Toffin, but we have to move on because the Ether storyline is coming to an end, but we are still going to get quite a few maps. Brutus has a monologue here, and our characters have to go back and forth, and this is where the apprehension becomes clear in the team.
So I finally got my sniper gold. I'm working on the Kakashika. I'm not doing the outlaw yet because it's fucking absolute trash.
Solution, basically taking Tank, Takio, and Nikolai as fools because Rick Toffin does not want to die. Something we all can relate to. Now, jumping ahead past this, there is this beautiful symbolism that you might overlook in this Easter egg, especially if your quotes don't play. My Rick Toffin timed out in this game, so we didn't get to hear these quotes. But you see this bird right now, that is actually Al Arlington. And he takes the shape of a bird because he's free. He's the one that broke the cycle. He's the character that's leading our characters out of the cycle, out of purgatory. He is Icarus, as it is always hinted at inside the comics, inside the Mob of the Dead game, the original one. It's beautiful to see him take flight, as he says in-game, and he leads our heroes, finally, to freedom. He even holds off the warden during this sequence. It's an extremely emotional sequence you should feel on your second time through, because the first time, you don't really understand what this bird is doing during the Easter egg or guiding you. He shows up multiple times.
Alright, boys. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, I'm absolute anus. Or ass.
So pack up.
You just got juked. See, I feel like if I play multiplayer, it'll be easier to level up on the battle pass. I would normally be playing Blackout right now, but yeah. I'm not feeling it right now. Jesus, there's so many. Alright, we're just gonna go around. You see the strobe lights are open.
Tackle, task Hellstorm, those are assets.
I bet you he had a sniper as his primary, so he switched to the Auger DMR. $100. Fuck you, I never got a call from California before. Decline, pussy ass bitch boy. Fuck on my face. That's barbed wire.
Ready to drop an assault pack.
Be advised. Hostile TAC deploy beacon active.
Supplies. First come, first serve.
First come, first served.
Enemy combatant identified.
Sensor going live.
Backside ready. Move up.
Oh my god. Before I hit the dash.
Attack him. Deploy care package on my grid.
Oh yeah, I want to see if they still have that glitch in here. Oh no, you can't do it anymore.
Kill. Attack him. Request Hellstorm.
Double kill.
Oh shit, fuck. 10-4? Okay, okay. I just need to get one shots on my snipers. That's all I want. Oh! Yo, wait a minute!
Hostile TAC deploy beacon online.
Razor wire neutralized.
What? I physically turned the pistol and yeeted him. So like, what you mean? So, oh shit, I was about to say, I think it's one of those profit things.
Hostile UAV circling.
Hostile UAV. UV. I used to call them UVs when I was in the B02 times because I was little and I was like, fuck. Fuck. Anyways, in the B02 times, I used to call them UVs because I was a retard. I was like 6 years old. No, not even 6, like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 when I played B02. I don't remember, but it was really fun. I had a good friend during the B02 times named Nova. He went to Xbox. I went to PS4. I almost said B02 or 4. And yeah, I never seen him then. He was one of my really good friends. So yeah.
Attack on. Recon requesting Hellstorm strike.
Why did I? Freddy got fisted? Okay. Like we needed to know that. Like we so care that Freddy got fisted, bro.
Deploy beacon online.
Like honestly, it is so heartbreaking to hear that Freddy got fisted.
First come, first serve.
Like it is so sad. imagine. Hurry up, inspect. Alright, you don't have to inspect anyways.
And the best part is Richtofen knows each of these steps because he's done them before. He's read them in the Canorium, and he knows what must ultimately happen. Like he says in the Canorium in the beginning cutscene, my blood, this can't be what happens, because the timeline finally changes. Because of what you'll see, someone caused the cycle to break, and that would be Al Arlington, and the character that will be revealed very shortly. You actually see Al causing the warden to stop from putting you guys back in your cells, and he continues to keep spawning and trying to trap you, but it is to no avail. Al leads you to freedom off the island like he tried so many times in the past inside Mob of the Dead, but was unsuccessful. It's truly beautiful. In the 7 years leading up from the original Mob of the Dead to the payoff here in Blood of the Dead, it's a beautiful ending. It's a sad one. And that's kind of why I was apprehensive at first, as well as all the missing quotes that really were needed for me to enjoy this. This sequence, the warden is stopping us. This is where we would normally fail. But you actually have the mobster ghosts right here. That would be Billy, Sal, and Finn causing Brutus to get caught up. And they take him away, allowing our characters to complete their final mission to destroy the Alcatraz facility and escape from the cycle. Break out of this endless purgatory where Monty stays in charge, and they are basically in limbo, in hell, dying endlessly without actually getting the sweet release of death. It is pretty rough. Jumping ahead to the boss fight, we actually hear the warden speaking in Apothicon. A detail I overlooked in the beginning of this video was the warden's private office in his house has all sorts of Apothicon writing all over it. And we even hear in radios the warden talking to somebody, what we would assume to be the Shadow Man, is active.
Whew.
Government forces are inbound.
Damn it, dude. I just choked the easiest fucking shoots, mate. I pretty much have all afternoon to myself because my parents are... it was their anniversary, not anniversary. They're celebrating their anniversary. So, I pretty much have all after fucking noon alone, so... Other than my sister, but yeah. But other than my sister, nothing really special, but she just sits in her room all day, just like me. Plus she never really... Oh, imagine if I was to no-scope him, dude. So like I pretty much have... What? So I pretty much have all afternoon to myself as I was trying to finish, but got killed by a faggot. But yeah. Now I'm dying to the gay stuff 1 Earth. Should I say gay shit? Yo, why are you using an LMG? You're PPing me off, you faggot. Like, I've never seen somebody abuse the LMG that fucking much, dude. You PP me off, you get the sucky sucky. Jump. You again?
Contact well.
Oh, what? That made no sense, dog.
Taking the lead.
Enemy spotted.
See the strobe lights are open. Yeah.
Throwing grenade.
Yeet. Goodbye. Yeah. Actually, I don't know what the fuck. Oh, that put me down so fucking low, but let's not talk about that today.
Clean kill. Tango down.
It's nearly in the bag.
Cluster grenade going out.
I wanna fly far away as the wind blows.
Assault bag's down. Come get it. UAV launch. Authorization nomad.
Easy dubs.
Down. Good job.
I better have got freaking play the game, because if I didn't, I'm gonna be triggered. That's not me, and never mind. This is wait. Oh no, it's this recon using pussy boy. Yeah, that's right. I was using battery. Anyways.
Actually, most likely Dr. Monty. During this sequence, Edward Richtofen, the character, actually finally gives up his blood to save the crew. And what didn't play in my game, but what played in other games, is our characters actually are scared, despite being apprehensive of Richtofen, and despite even trying to turn on him, they don't want him to kill himself at the end. They try to get him out of the machine. They try and will him out of this machine, but Richtofen decides to make the ultimate sacrifice. He decides that this finally has to come to an end. That Richtofen is finally coming to grips with having to die. And that is a scary thought when you have to accept your own death. That it is inevitable. That no matter how many times he tries to run through the cycle, he can't escape. And what's more beautiful about this is in the last game, we had to see each character kill themselves. And then Richtofen never got his chance. Now, to explain this, Richtofen from the post-Revelations Primus robes shows up. And he actually uses the stone that we see in the trailer to end it all. He wakes up out of a secret cryopod that is revealed in the previous step that you just saw. This is mind-boggling because we don't know where this one came from. He is literally out of nowhere, this secret, hey, gotcha, that Treyarch had. They're ace in the hole. And this Primus Richtofen has led our characters to a new beginning, to potentially a whole new season where Richtofen is no longer the one in charge, and our characters have their time to shine. At this point in the cutscene, all the trapped souls are being freed from Mob of the Dead, which potentially could include cursed souls like the people in SOE. It could include people like Al and Finn and the Mobsters, 100% them. But other crews that could have gotten stuck here may have been freed. Now, moving on. Richtofen hands the Chronorium over to Nikolai. He's the only one that still has his soul because this takes place between Tetsubo Noshima and Gorod Krovi. Richtofen even tells him, you're so important because you are key to defeating Dr. Monty. And they don't know who Dr. Monty is at this point, so they go, who? He introduces himself in Gorod Krovi. This is a bold move from Treyarch back in the day to introduce Dr. Monty during Gorod Krovi, which didn't make much sense. And this Blood of the Dead map was very much needed as an explanation for what was going on and why it seems so rushed. Richtofen, this Primus post-Revelations version of him, is looking to break the cycle, defeat Monty, and bring peace to the universe. This now gives us great insight to Dr. Monty being the bad guy. If you remember Revelations quotes, the Shadow Man talks about, or Dr. Monty, a worm, and when you cut off its head, 2 heads form. This is in the same vein of Dr. Monty is the Shadow Man, or the Shadow Man is the shadow of Dr. Monty. They're both Apopticons, they're both bad guys, and they've been misleading us. Dr. Monty's even wanted our characters to turn on Richtofen and Gorod Krovi, and then eventually he tries to get them to play by his rules by giving him all the innocent souls. Somehow, the innocent souls of the children allowed Dr. Monty to have power over the other people. Dr. Monty's perfect world isn't the one without zombies, it's the one where he's always an omnipotent god. And that actually gives more value to the Shadow Man. He's not a good guy, and Monty's not a good guy. They're both bad guys. But the Shadow Man was trying to get rid of Dr. Monty's power, most likely. This is our speculation up until this point, that when he says he's key to saving your world, he means that. He actually wants to save you from Dr. Monty, but for his own personal gain. It's almost like that chaotic neutral type of character, chaotic evil, where they will do anything they can to benefit themselves, but then again it might benefit society, almost like an anti-hero. What I'll point out is the bullet holes are still inside Nikolai's armor, so they have been through the cycle, so there's a group that has forgotten their memories. Reading the Chronorium, the team starts to understand why they have to leave this Richtofen behind. What is absolutely heartbreaking about this sequence is this is the Richtofen that had to do everything to break the cycle, but he didn't want to lose his life. He is actually the nicest and kindest Richtofen out of all of them. He's the one that cared the most to even save his friends. He's the Richtofen that was needed to break the paradox. And this Richtofen isn't forgiving. And the saddest part is they're going to forget about him because of the 115 delusions, the collapse of the universe, and so on. There's a radio that explains why his blood is so important. And basically, Blood of the Dead is talking about Richtofen as a walking dead man. And his blood is needed to break the cycle. Why? All of his teleporting and time travel causes blood to be charged by the ether and the ethereal powers. That actually opens the portals for them to escape out of Blood of the Dead. His sacrifice allows our characters to leave Blood of the Dead and save the world, to stop Dr. Monty. But he doesn't get a thank you. He's left behind. The blood vials are destroyed. All the characters leaving them behind in the upcoming shots, and they walk to their new portals. They could save this Richtofen, but they're so guilty that they have to leave their friend behind. They walk away. They leave him behind for his ultimate sacrifice. And it is heartbreaking. Blood of the Dead is by far the most depressing map ever in Call of Duty Zombies. It is tragic. The story of Edward Richtofen and how he went about the universe to try and save everybody and eventually had to give in to his mortality. It is heartbreaking to see basically our protagonist die. But the symbolism is beautiful. And it's something you should take away about this, is that either storyline isn't over. and because of his sacrifice, our characters are going to ensure a brighter future. Moreover, Nikolai is so important because his soul is free. Monty is already holding hostages of all the other characters' souls. Richtofen's soul was plucked very early on. Richthofen could have been manipulated by Monty into continuing the cycle because Monty had complete and utter control over his innocent soul. My only disappointment with this trailer is Primus continuing at this point. Though Noah J brought up to me the bright side and JC Backfire, that this allows them to have more development, to finally branch out on their own, hopefully, if the other Primus characters don't bother them, the post-Revelations one. Some even suggested that each of the DLC maps will see a post-Primus character help our characters through the final season of the Ether storyline. Now, I want to remind you that inside Classified, on the walls, it says Ultimus will prevail. We had a cipher saying Primus will fail. I want you to remind you that Ultimus means last and Primus means first. Victus means sacrifice. Victus sacrifices their lives inside Blood of the Dead to ensure that Richthofen has a chance to break the cycle. At the end of the Mob of the Dead Easter egg, the original one, when the cycle is broken, the reason it is broken is because Al kills the mobsters, allowing them to become ghosts. Those ghosts are what stop Brutus from stopping our characters in Blood of the Dead from escaping and opening the portals to go defeat Dr. Monty. The Die Rise loading screen could have an impact on both the Classified ending and how we confront Dr. Monty. I'll even leave you with some more information. Jason Blundell has been on record talking about a London map and recording all sorts of stuff in London. Dr. Monty is very much a character rooted in English heritage, and we believe the house is located in London. Obviously in Argatha, but the map itself could take place in the hill.
I don't want to call right now. I'm trying to listen to this.
With the United Kingdom. That could all be leading to a final showdown in one last map where Ultimus, or the original crew that started Call of Duty Zombies, will take on Dr. Monty to finish everything for good. But we will have some swapping of characters and crews. Nikolai might actually lead the Ultimus crew, while Ultimus Richthofen might join the other one. There's a lot of mixing and matching that can go on, and we'll have to see how that goes. I love and hate this ending. I love it so much because it's so emotional and it's so beautiful. I hate this ending because we're still dragging on Primus. It still feels like, to me, your princess is another castle. It's a constructive criticism of Origins, Moon, and Revelations. Always feel like we're never there with this crew. It's never enough. No matter how many hoops we jump through, we never get an ending that is very satisfying, that resolves this endless quest these poor characters are being put through. But at least we're really close now. We actually see the end game thanks to saying, we gotta go defeat Dr. Monty. He's the last antagonist of Call of Duty Zombie Ether storyline. And that is something to be happy about. Two more things I'd like to point out that I forgot to mention in my first recording of this. One, the Shadow Man is still inside the Summoning Key from Shadows of Evil at this point. And even if those worlds don't exist, the post-Revelations Richthofen that comes out has a summoning key with all the Apothicons and the Shadow Man inside it. So we're mostly going to use the Shadow Man to fight Dr. Monty. Two, the Easter egg represents the stages of grief for Richthofen. Think about how beautifully crafted that is in the overall sense that each step represents the process of Richthofen accepting that he needs to die. That is a very powerful thematic Easter egg. Some of the steps are frustrating and don't make a lot of sense in the context of the story, but you can appreciate how beautiful it is that this map is Richthofen's denial, his grief over having to die to save the characters and to save the universe. An additional two things I'd like to point out about this trailer is that each of the stones from the staffs could be the objectives for the future maps. Mr. Telexify actually DM'd me while I was making this video and suggested that perfect idea that collecting the original staff stones to use against Dr. Monty to defeat him.
TSW, by the way.
What's up? How was your day, actually? How did he see me, dude?
Final map would make the most sense, and he suggests Fire Staff was Blood of the Dead, Ice Staff, Atlantis, Wind Staff, London, Lightning Staff, Argatha. It's an absolutely beautiful idea that I think fits the story perfectly. The replica staffs were weak, where these will not. And I also want to point out the dialogue and the word choice is incredible for the cutscene and for the sequence leading up towards it. The words they choose, like Richtofer's grand scheme, dead again, you lead, I follow. There's so many callbacks to the beautiful work that's been put into the storyline. It deserves acknowledgement. This was a very long breakdown. There's a lot of information in here, so I'm going to stop it for now. But there's so much more to talk about. There's so many more theories, so I encourage you to deserves acknowledgement. This was a very long breakdown. There's a lot of information in here, so I'm going to stop it for now. But there's so much more to talk about. There's so many more theories, so I encourage you to subscribe and make sure you tune in for much more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 coverage. Head over to my website if you're interested in picking up any of my posters. I have this beautiful memories collection that celebrates both Primus and Ultimus being developed at the moment. These are still the work in progress images, so as soon as they're done, they'll be posted and I'll be sending them out and you'll see the actual images and you can decide for yourself if you want. There's also a Jug t-shirt if you miss Juggernaut.
See, the strobe lights are open.
Liz, thank you so much for all the support. I am dumbstruck. I am blown away and I am eternally grateful and humbled by having over 2,800 people watching me play Blood of the Dead and seeing the ending. I've never, ever in my wildest dreams thought I would get to that record. The most viewers I ever had was 1,000 during EE for C, and then Classified, my first playthrough, was over 1,300, and then you more than doubled it this time. Thank you. It's been
He literally killed me when I was teabagging.
I hope you join me on this journey.
You are the best player in the game.
And finding out more about the chaos, because there's lots more to break down. The spotlight has to be on our beloved heroes. Tell me your thoughts on this cutscene in the comments down below. I wasn't blown away and shocked and enthralled by it at first, but the more I dug with everybody else on stream, the more I found the beauty of what they were trying to show, but the game, the hardware failed to show me because of all the blue screens, because of all the glitches and all the failed triggers. This is actually really well thought out, really well made send-off to Richtofen. It's not about the whole Primus crew. This was all about Richtofen. Richtofen's journey, the paradox, the blood vials, all being resolved in a very emotional 3 minutes. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.
Keep calm. This is me. Most faces. You won't even remember.
Man, bro. Neglofish. That will make it right.
Team deathmatch. Black Ops, go to work. We pulled ahead. Behind.
Ready to deploy wire.
Oh my god, I'm doing bad now. I take a shat and it goes plap plap. Bruh. I'm the worst, dude. I don't even really do this bad.
Hostile UAV circling.
Hold up.
Enemy hellstorm detected.
Entanglement set.
My god, bro. Before the stream, I mean not before the stream, but during the freaking stream, dude. A couple of games ago, before I got back on Blackout, I was doing so freaking good, dude. I take a shit and it goes plop plop. Pop. Scritty pop pop. And toom 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 toom. Screw dot. Suck my pee pee pee. Suck my pee pee.